What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jaylen, and we are continuing the NBA preview series. So last video, we did the Atlanta Hawks. This video, we're going to go into the Boston Celtics. And this one I'm very excited about because Boston has a lot of interesting stuff going on with them right now. 2 years removed from a championship, too. It's crazy how much can change within a couple seasons. You can just be at the top of your game and then kind of in the midst of, well, what do we do next? Like, where are we going? And I think that's exactly where Boston's at. All right, let's talk about the roster moves first. Now, I don't know what is a bigger storyline, the people that they brought in or the people that are no longer there. Jayson Tatum suffered an Achilles tear in the playoffs against the Knicks last postseason. Obviously, a devastating injury. Hope he gets well. No Tatum this year. The Celtics will have to see what they look like without him. Obviously, he'll come back. I don't know if he plays this season. I think that the Celtics will still be in the playoff hunt, so I wouldn't be surprised if maybe he comes back post All-Star break. I think they will really ease him into it, and I also think that his timeline for coming back will depend on where the Celtics are lying in the standings by All-Star break. Like, October, November, December, wash. Tatum's not coming back before the new year. I'm fairly confident in that. January, I would almost say not as well. I would be a little bit surprised if he came back this season period. But if he was going to come back, yeah, it wouldn't be till a little bit after the All-Star break. I'm not a doctor. I don't know much about Achilles injuries, but I do know it takes a long time to heal, and they have really no reason to rush him back. He's still young. I don't think the Celtics are making much noise this year. So, yeah, no Tatum this season. The Celtics had to move a lot of guys. They were paying a lot of people a lot of money. Jaylen Brown was given like the highest contract at one point in time. Tatum now has an insanely high contract. So they had to get rid of Kristpas, and they had to get rid of Jrue Holiday. This changes how the Celtics go forward in terms of like how they're going to construct their roster, and they have a lot of decisions to make. Like, and I'm shocked by like the package that they got back for them. Let's start with Kristpas. Kristpas, they let go for nothing, right? Like, Kristpas is just gone. He's on the Hawks now, which we talked about the Hawks in the last video, so check it out. But yeah, Kristpas is a huge loss for them. And Jrue Holiday, the impact Jrue Holiday has on teams, I still don't think it's undervalued. I think that Jrue Holiday, you put him on any team and if you have two other like great scorers, all-star caliber guys with a Jrue Holiday, instantly makes them a contender. Instantly. Jrue Holiday won a chip with the Bucks. Jrue Holiday then came to the Celtics and instantly won a chip with the Celtics. Jrue Holiday is like the perfect plug and play guy. I hope he gets off Portland because he could just benefit, or teams could benefit so much off of the impact Jrue Holiday brings. And he's getting older, but I still think he has like a couple years in him, or a few years in him, where like he can really impact the game and really impact a team and like bring them over the hump. I think like the Rockets, for example, would be a beautiful place for Jrue Holiday. I love Fred VanVleet, but Jrue Holiday would just change that team for the better, especially when you put him with guys like Amen Thompson, who like defensively, oh my gosh, that'd be gross. You know what I mean? So I think Jrue Holiday, he needs to get moved. Teams have to hop on that because, yeah, he's such a high impact guy. But that's a huge loss for the Celtics. And they brought in Anfernee Simons. Now, I like Anfernee. He's a great scorer, great offensive guy. I don't like that fit. Like, when Tatum comes back, I don't like that fit. Anfernee is a guy who gets his numbers, scoring numbers. He doesn't get assists, doesn't really defend. He's not a playmaker. He's not a point guard. Now this team is kind of sitting without one. Like, Derek White, sure, but Derek White again, and I love Derek White. Derek White's not a point guard to me. He's like a 3-and-D guy, right? Peyton Pritchard, maybe. But if you're starting Peyton Pritchard, then is Anfernee, like, you traded Jrue Holiday for Anfernee to come off the bench? Like, I don't really know what the Anfernee Simons move does for them. I think it's a good scoring punch for the season. I don't like it long term though. And again, they couldn't pay Jrue. They couldn't pay Kristpas. So it's too bad they couldn't run it back. And Tatum's not playing this year anyway. I don't know. It's questionable stuff all around for Boston. They also brought in guys like Chris Boucher, Toronto legend, and Torrey Craig. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the Anfernee Simons move, despite him being like a good offensive guy. And maybe it's because he played in Portland. Like, I don't really, like, he hasn't really proven much because he's been on a bad team. But yeah, I don't know where this team's headed, and I'm sure they're not done, but I don't think moves will happen for them until post this season, which sucks for the Celtics because, like, yeah, I think that this season is kind of a wash. All right, let's talk about the one thing that we should be looking out for this season. This one is very, very obvious. Dude, what is Jaylen Brown going to do? Like, Jaylen Brown, for the first time, in my opinion, you know, call him 1A, call him 1B, call him Robin, call him the Batman, whatever. I think Tatum is the 1A. I think Jaylen Brown's the 1B. If you want to go as far as to say Tatum's the Batman and Jaylen Brown's the Robin, I wouldn't argue that. What I would argue is that he is not the Batman and he is not the 1A. I think it's Tatum's team. I think Tatum's the better player. So prove me wrong. Like, Jaylen Brown, this is your chance to prove everyone wrong. This is your chance to show people that, like, you know, I can be 1A or I am 1A. This is a chance to show I can't be Batman or I am the Batman. This is your chance to show there's a reason why I won Finals MVP. And is Jaylen Brown going to, like, take that step up? Is dude going to average, like, close to 30? Because he's playing on a team where he should be. I mean, other than Anfernee Simons, like, I don't know who's scoring. Peyton Pritchard, Derek White. Like, who's scoring on this team? All eyes are on Jaylen Brown this season. Like, all eyes are on Jaylen Brown. It could determine, you know, how the Celtics view him in the future. Is he someone that, you know, as they're kind of transitioning into the next phase, you know, Tatum's going to be our guy. He's going to be our centerpiece, and we're going to move guys to get, you know, deeper roster. In terms of standings, I can see the Celtics falling in like a 7 or 8 seed. Not sure if they'll win the play-in, but I could definitely see them falling in that position in the standings when it comes to an end. Again, we're talking about an East that's kind of damaged right now. I think Jaylen Brown will kind of carry them to a last end playoff spot, or a chance to play in for a playoff spot. And yeah, it'll be an interesting season for the Celtics for sure. I think that, yeah, I'm not sure if they'll make the playoffs, but they'll definitely make the play-in. And yeah, I think for the Celtics, it is more about, you know, what does 2026, 2027 look like versus 2025, 2026. So those are my thoughts on the Celtics. That's my preview on them before the NBA season starts. I'm really excited for the season to get going and to get here. Tune in for the next video. We'll be breaking down the next team. Yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.